Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another disappointing result as Barcelona were beaten yet again by Rayo Vallecano. Second time this season, Rayo doing the double over Barca at Camp Nou by 1-0. And honestly, Barcelona's results the last 3 matches just look like a bunch of binary code 0-1, 0-1, 0-1, ridiculous stuff. And we can confirm that the team is still in that rut that I was talking about for like the other 2 match reviews. I said this team looks like it's in a bit of a trough as far as their form is concerned right now, after falling off that peak that we had prior to the international break. And well, the performance here I think was much more improved compared to Cadiz or Sociedad, because in those matches, especially Sociedad, we barely had any shots in the second half. In fact, we didn't put any shots on target the entirety of the second half in that match. In this one, we did put shots on target, and Dimitrievski did make his saves, but also the finishing was just too wayward from Barca on this occasion. Well, our one efficient finisher I would say is probably Aubameyang, and unfortunately we just couldn't find him here tonight. Couldn't really get in any good goal scoring situations, and as a result, well, Rayo just had 1 chance, 1 shot on target the entire night, no other saves for Ter Stegen. And honestly speaking, I thought Ter Stegen could have saved the shot, but you know what, I'm not going to lay this loss at his feet. There's just so much that was happening in this game, and to some extent that ball just wouldn't go in because we hit the woodwork on at least 3 occasions. I remember Xavi hitting the crossbar, Jordi Alba hitting the left-hand post. All of those shots were shots that Dimitrievski had no chance of saving. But the ball just would not go in, so you just have to say that it was a bunch of poor finishing that we saw from Barca today. But also, there was just no sharpness in our play, especially from midfield and defense. I thought that players like Frenkie de Jong, like Sergio Busquets, like Jordi Alba, they were all just looking rusty. Serginho Dest as well, you can throw him into that. He switched off just for a moment and it led to the goal. And it's unfair on him that he got pulled off. I thought he didn't really have a bad match per se. He wasn't terrible. But Xavi did what had to be done. And I think in some respects we are seeing some of the negative effects from Xavi almost not resting players when we were up in that good form, when we're scoring 4 goals here and there. We rarely saw players like Ferran, like players like Aubameyang, players like Dembele, players like Busquets getting any rest. And now when the squad is looking more bare bones, you're going to need that input from players on the bench, and they just don't have any form to speak of. Nico today I thought was much improved when he came on. He did look pretty good. Hopefully he can get a start against Mallorca. Hopefully we can get some minutes for Ricky as well. I realize he's not as good as maybe Pedri or whatever, but he's a guy who can add something to our play in the final third, and it's just going to be hard to do that when he's completely out of form. Anywho, I'm not taking the usual approach with this match review because I'm just going to talk a bit and I'm going to go to bed, because as usual these late kickoffs just it gives me very little time to work with as far as preparing my content, because I still have a 9 to 5 to get to. But I will give you my negatives. I've already mentioned one, that was the wastefulness in front of goal. Second one I've mentioned as well was the fact that Barcelona just didn't have the sharpness that they needed in possession. There was no high quality possession from Barca in those final thirds. Decision making was very, very poor. I saw Jordi Alba going for goal on a lot of occasions when the square pass was on or the cutback was on, and you just kept thinking, if Messi was standing where Dembele is standing, Alba would have probably cut it back to him. But that didn't happen. And of course, the other negative, like I said, is just the tiredness of the squad because of a lack of rotation. We do have to admit that I feel like there's some matches where Luke de Jong, could have started, where Adama Traore could have started, especially when you look at the teams who we've lost against recently, Cadiz and Rayo. If these are matches that Adama Traore can't start, this is a match that Luke de Jong can't start, what kind of match will those guys ever start in? The Minguezas of this world, if they're not able to start here. And you're going to need them, unfortunately, because your players are getting injured. PK is injured, Pedri is injured, and those are probably the two influential figures who I think if we had them, we probably wouldn't have gone into this really bad run of form. We definitely wouldn't have lost here today, and we wouldn't have lost against Cadiz as well, I believe. But you don't have those, and you were not rotating, so that's that. As for positives, I honestly didn't see many positives here. Probably maybe I would say that we were at least creating shooting chances, even though, like I said, the decision making in those positions wasn't always the best. Memphis, I think, could have at least had a goal here. There's that one chance where he got the ball in the box and he just wanted too many touches before he got his shot off, I thought. And it makes you wonder, what the results would be in some of these matches if someone like Ansu Fati were fit. Anyway, that's that. Man of the match, honestly speaking, there's nobody who stood out to me here. I'll probably say Dimitrievski just because, he made crucial saves when Rayo needed it. And yeah, that's that. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Unfortunately, we were not able to get a win. And I thought that a win here tonight would have been very, very helpful, especially looking at the fact that we need to beat Betis if we want to at least guarantee the fact that we will not drop out of the top 4. But we're not able to beat Rayo here, and makes me nervous for that Betis fixture unless PK will at least be available. But we'll see how that plays out. Thank you again for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, have a great day and Forza Barca.